Victor Fu is, of course, the founder and CEO of Singapore Precious Metals Exchange and joins us with more insights and updates on this new development. He joins us, of course, from Singapore. Victor, it's great to see you. Thank you very much for your time. This seems like a very, very good proposition, really, for investors out there. Walk us through the rationale behind setting up this platform and what kind of traction do you hope to see here in terms of participation from investors?
Good morning. Thank you for having me on the show. So we've been around for the last decade, and we've seen prices reaching all-time high, close to 1900, and all the way down to 1050, and then back to the new highs last August, right? So we cater to a vast majority of investors, ranging from ultra-high net worth down to the mom and dads on the street. So when we first started 10 years ago, our minimum trade size was $1,000 where we provide storage at the Freeport. That's where I'm calling from now. The state-of-the-art, high-security, safe vault in Singapore. So we operate under the Singapore Customs regime and also a licensed company under Ministry of Law, where we have provided a robust platform as an exchange for a peer-to-peer trade opportunity. So this new stacker market opportunity came about with our long-lasting relationship with Scottsdale Mint, USA, out of Scottsdale, Arizona, where together we are able to provide a physical proposition where every single piece is traded, is fully allocated and vaulted in Singapore. However, because we would like to provide this value proposition to the mass market, we have fractionalized each bar. So example, if you have a kilo gold bar vaulted, we are able to fractionalize it to as small as $1 US cent. So this has extended our reach throughout the world to the mass market.
Sure. Yeah, it sounds like you're democratizing essentially the whole precious metal sector to reach out to retail investors out there as broad a base as possible. With $1 a day, it seems in 3 months an investor can own 1 gram gold wafer. I want to understand from you what kind of participation have you seen thus far, and what kind of growth numbers are you working with in terms of drawing more investors to your platform?
Okay, so this platform is running actually for the last 3.5 years. We've basically launched Stacker Market recently, just last week. We've done over 300 million worth of trades on this platform. And just the beginning of this first quarter this year, we've onboarded over 100,000 new customers on this platform. And we foresee this growing throughout the next 6 to 12 months.
Mandy, jumping in here, Victor, traditionally some investors would be going for bullion, physical gold bars or coins because they either want to just diversify their portfolio with an alternative, or maybe they're fearful of something in the market, or maybe they just have lost faith in fiat currencies. The same could be said for cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin. So how many of the investors who might have otherwise gone for something like physical gold do you think have now been diverted away to Bitcoin or other cryptocurrencies, or do you think they can live side by side?
I always believe having a balanced portfolio regarding each person's investments. You should basically look at your own risk profiling and decide how much you should put into the various types of investments. Crypto is definitely booming, and you've seen it being pretty volatile as well. There's no harm having part of your portfolio in some physical metals like gold and silver, and also diversified. That's why we basically created this Stacker Market platform, mimicking what cryptocurrencies are doing. Of course, we are not a token. It's a physically backed platform. However, the fractionalization technology that we have has allowed retail investors to be able to invest in gold and silver in an easy platform.
If you take a look at the various precious metals, while in the middle of the pandemic, when there was obviously a lot of fear, we saw the $2,000 an ounce for gold, but it's kind of languished since then, and it's in the 1700s. Silver, of course, has other uses, as do some of the other industrial based precious metals like palladium and platinum. I know you can't give price forecasts, Victor, but have you got any insight on where you would expect to see the most demand coming from investors in terms of those different precious metals?
Yes, that's a good question. We've seen prices moving from last August from the high of 2,000 right down to 1,680 just a couple of months ago. I foresee this sideways trading trend to be actually very interesting. It's very opportunistic for a retail or an avid investor because having a sideways movement, the volatility provides you the opportunity to be able to dollar cost average your accumulation or even to take profit by buying low and selling high. So I think this is, I'm actually very bullish and we are encouraging a lot of investors to take advantage of this sideways trends.
Victor, it's lovely to have you on the show. Thank you very much for joining us and all the best for your future endeavors. It's indeed an interesting offering for retail investors.